Tuesday's got some terrific relations.
I didn't think you wanted to be with me. I didn't think you wanted to be with me.
I didn't think anybody wanted to be with me.
Who's the boss then?
Alone again. Adam and Eve and Paul.
The Wonder Years, and it's supper time.
This stuff is disgusting. Wait till you taste it.
On Roseanne, then.
You want us to be monogamous.
It's time for Coach to act his age.
Want to go steady.
Don't miss Who's the Boss? The Wonder Years, Roseanne, and Coach. It's a terrific way to relate Tuesday. Does ABC have the best faces this fall? Coming this fall.
America's Greg LeMond has a chance to win. The world's best cyclists head to the dramatic finish in their sport's greatest race, the Tour de France, tomorrow on ABC Sport.
An ABC News brief. Now from Washington, Brit Hume.
Good evening. The whereabouts tonight of U.S. diplomat Felix Bloch remains a public mystery following revelations by ABC News that he's under investigation for possible collaboration with the Soviet Union. David Ensor has the latest.
Although Felix Bloch and his wife have left their Washington apartment, they remain under heavy FBI surveillance. Officials say not only do they want to make sure Bloch doesn't get away, they also want to make sure he doesn't hurt himself. Investigators are focusing on the question of motive. Why might a senior Foreign Service officer have become a spy? Officials say they do not believe it was for money, and they also discount Felix Bloch's claim that he was blackmailed after falling into a Soviet sex trap. Bloch has been interrogated twice so far, officials say, but he hasn't yet been charged with anything. The authorities are hoping to get him to voluntarily cooperate and tell them what secrets he may have given to the Soviets. David Ensor, ABC News, the State Department.
In Sioux City, Iowa, officials say they believe all the bodies have been recovered from the crash of United Airlines Flight 232. Meanwhile, overnight, one of the survivors of the crash died, bringing the Sioux City death count to 110. At Fort Irwin, California this morning, 6 soldiers were killed and 1 injured when an Army UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter crashed during training exercises. The National Organization for Women is holding its annual convention this weekend in Cincinnati, and today held a rally to protest the Supreme Court's recent decision narrowing abortion rights. And in the West Bank today, Palestinian children returned to the classroom after the Army lifted a 6-month-old order closing their schools. More news later on the Weekend Report.
So you're remodeling your home. But what you thought would be quick and easy is turning into a long, slow ordeal.
I'm Channel 2's consumer reporter, Bebe Emerman. Remodeling can be a harrowing experience. I ought to know. I'm going through it myself. So before you watch my special assignment, I'll tell you what worked for me and what didn't.
Get remodeling results. Watch Bebe Emerman's special report. And don't get nailed Monday at 6 on Action News.
Drowning in debt? Find out what it's like to file for bankruptcy on the Night Beat.
Yeah.
Monday.
We're dealing with the plague. How contagious is it? It has a fatality rate of 80%.
There's only one cure for the deadly disease, MacGyver. Then, Sean Penn, Martin Sheen, a daring escape to the free world.
A radar on a possible hijack.
We're free! Escape to freedom, Monday.
Tonight's movie, Choices, returns in a moment.
The Americans have landed. Australian Wayne Brady has the lead, but 5-time champion Tom Watson is only 1 stroke back, with Payne Stewart in close pursuit. Live, it's the final round of the British Open. And later, America's Greg LeMond makes his final attempt to win cycling's greatest race, the Tour de France, all tomorrow on ABC Sports.
Good evening, I'm John Alston in the Channel 2 newsroom. Here are some of the stories we're working on for Action News at 11. Clayton County police are after a serial rapist who struck 4 times at the same apartment complex, and his methods are devious. Striking Eastern employees give thumbs down to the plan that's supposed to bring the airline back to prosperity. Six Flags reopens a ride where a boy died this week. Indications are it was not the ride that caused his death. And a member of the Atlanta City Council is hurt in a fall from a roof. Those stories, plus David Chanley's forecast and Phil Van Horn's highlights of the British Open. Please join us for Action News at 11.
Has your sex life gone downhill since marriage? Results of a national survey on the next Oprah Winfrey Show.
It's Oprah, Monday at 4 here on Channel 2.
Do you know what men find most attractive in women? You want to spice up the romance in your marriage? Secrets for meeting and keeping the man of your dreams on the next Salad.
That's Monday at 11:30, followed by Channel 2's Action News at noon. When is a driver too old? Channel 2's Joyce Oscar reports Monday at 5.
We continue with Choices.
Surrounded by gorillas, she found the rebel leader of the Philippines.
Imagine if she had her own show. Diane Sawyer, Sam Donaldson. Primetime Live premieres Thursday, August 3rd.